Good day, guys. Kaizen FX here. Welcome back to the Kaizen FX YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about XAUUSD or gold, rather, either or. So, yeah, stay tuned and yeah, let's get into it. So, as you know, we start on the monthly time frame. The monthly, weekly, and daily time frames give us direction, and anything lower than that is for entry, right? So, let's start. So, what can we identify here on the monthly time frame? Here, what I can see already is that gold was here creating a whole lot of resistance. And what I mean by resistance is that when price got to a certain level, it rejected, and for the first time and the second time got there rejected, third time got there rejected, and there was a small rejection yana here. What that tells us is that that is a strong key zone, right? It's a strong zone that was holding this price down for a while, right? This is a monthly time frame. Keep that in mind. Um, and it's very bullish. I just see one straight line upwards. So this impulse tells me that gold is very bullish and it's been bullish for years, right? So yeah, we should be looking to buy gold in the long term. So let's drop down to the weekly time frame and identify what we have to identify, right? I mean, with the zone. So what makes us like how we identify if something is bullish or not. So when I say bullish, I mean uptrend or impulse. It's impulsing upwards. So what identifies an uptrend is a series of higher highs and higher lows that are made every time and price moves up. So they are broken and retested. So these higher highs and higher lows create zones. They create these support and resistance structures here. So uh, each time that a zone is broken to the upside, there must be a retest on that same level, and price should continue breaking highs if we are in an uptrend. So a definition of an uptrend is when price keeps going higher and keeps breaking higher highs and higher lows in order to keep creating those highs and and higher lows. So higher highs and higher lows, right? I hope that makes sense right there. So here on the weekly, we are faced with sideways price action. Sideways price action, you can also call it a consolidation, is when now price is not moving in an uptrend or a downtrend. It's moving sideways. It's moving in between key levels such as these ones, support and there's a resistance level. Like I said, a support level or a resistance level. Let me start with the resistance level. So here we identified that price rejected this level. We left it, came back here, rejected again, got here for the third time, did the same rejection. So now we can clearly identify that this is a very strong level of resistance. And it got here again for a fourth time. I don't think that's ever happened that much in gold, like a fourth. Yeah, but anyway, so that is an explanation of a resistance level, right? Um, so yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So yeah, we are currently moving in sideways price action or consolidating on the weekly time frame. So meaning gold is very stagnant, does not want to move, does not want to give us a clear, direction for now. So it's gonna break one of these levels, this level or that one of these levels. So either here at the top, meaning if this zone gets broken to the upside, we start to look for buys, start to look for these impulses and corrections, the buy structure, you know. And if it's broken to the downside, we just do the opposite. Simple, right? The key thing here is patience, like being patient and waiting for the market to give you what you want on your terms, right? You can't tell the market what to do. excuse me. So yeah, here on the weekly, we identify that we are moving sideways, right? So yeah, let's drop down on the daily time frame. Still looking for our direction, right? Since I mentioned earlier that the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames are for getting our direction, so our bias, right? And anything lower than those time frames is for entry. Okay, cool. Since we've established that, what can we see here on the daily? Here on the daily time frame, we can look at the zone here, these candlesticks here. These candlesticks show us that, okay, on the daily time frame, we are in a downtrend, right? We are in this pattern here. So we are making lower lows and lower highs. We're breaking these lower highs, making new lows. So it was very advisable to look for selling opportunities here on the daily time frame after this zone got touched and rejected, right? Yeah. So currently we are in a downtrend. So in order for us to know what's going on, we should keep noticing whether price is breaking lower lows and making new lows and breaking lower highs. Yes. So here on the daily, it's not that clear, right? But we can see that these candles have been selling. So these are days that this market has been selling for, right? So yeah, in order to see the trend, let's drop down. In order to see the trend clearer, let's drop down to our one of our entry time frames, which is the 4 hour. This is one of the entries I use, the entry times I use, you know, to see, to see and enter early. And it's one of my safest time frames to enter, by the way. I think it's the safest, not one of the safest. So, but anyway, what can we see here on the 4 hour? Here on the 4 hour, the downtrend is quite clear, it's quite visible. Since we said that, we know also that the downtrend is creation of lower lows and lower highs, right? Um, we can see these over here. Here's a low, lower high, new low, lower high, new low, lower high, and a new low, right? So clearly, we are in a downtrend on gold for now. So in order for this to stop playing out, in order for gold to continue into an uptrend, it would have to break this level right here. Let me do this. Let me just do this. Let me just do this. It would have to break and close above this zone here in order for me to say, okay, gold is now buying and it's changing trends. So it's changing from intraday bearish to bullish, right? Bearish meaning selling structure to bullish. So bullish structure. So it's changing from intraday bearish structure to bullish structure, right? And what would make us identify that is a close above this zone and a retest of it to now see that, okay, we can now start looking for buyers right here when the market comes back down to, complete its normal impulse or buying structure, Uh, so that's what is important. So gold right now, it's all about being patient. It's all about being patient and trying to identify key levels that are being broken into, you know, and retested. So yeah, that's me. That's it for me for gold. That's it for me. Let me just leave this here. I'll leave this here, and yeah, gold had to now close above. Give us a retest. Yeah, yeah, that's what I would wait for. So if gold had to stay below this level, if gold had to stay below and close below, it can easily sell. It can easily do this. It can easily go down and sell to this zone here. So My bias for gold right now is buys. I want to catch buys, so I want to wait for this zone to get broken above and retested so that I can continue upwards. So, but if it were to stay below here, it will easily drop down to the zone. So yeah, that's it for me and my analysis for gold. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. And yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe. Comment on what um, other forex other forex information you'd want. Like if you need tutorials and anything related to forex, put them down in the comment section below. And yeah, it's your boy. I'm out.